because it is said that most postmoderns would love, to dance, so they don't care about the best. If we could take some problems, what about
for the talents, maybe, yeah, that's a good question. Definitely. So maybe it's a question that most of the teens usually have.
I'm Naomi Nyanda and I'm 13 years old.
Naomi, what things do you enjoy doing when you're not around friends?
Well, pretty much playing games and watching TV.
Anything else? Any hobbies, or do you like dancing or singing?
I like going swimming sometimes.
Okay, thank you very much, Naomi.
Thank you.
Name is Chimwemwe, and I'm 16 years old.
Chimwemwe, is there anything wrong with wanting to fit in?
Not really. I mean, everyone needs to have colleagues, everyone needs to have people to talk to, so I think the best way to find the right people to talk to is if you fit in with those people. But somehow it is wrong, because fitting in might mean losing yourself, as in losing who you really are. So it is wrong and good somehow.
Thank you very much, Chimwemwe.
Thank you.
I'm Chisomo and I'm 15.
Chisomo, let's assume you're at a friend's party and your friend promised there'll be no booze or pot. Everyone seems to be taking it, and knowing your values and what your parents would say, would you take part? What would you do?
Definitely not, because I don't believe in taking booze and doing things that are considered deviant and things that will make me a delinquent or anything.
So you wouldn't be maybe persuaded or pressured to take part?
Not at all.
Okay, thank you very much, Chisom.
Thank you.
My name is Jessica Iwagu and I'm 16. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be complimented. Well, I would want to be complimented sometimes because it would raise your morale. It makes you, what can I say? It makes you feel good about yourself. But when you want to be always complimented, then wanting to be always complimented would mean that you have some kind of vanity-ish thing going on for you. So no, the question is no. I would not want to be. I would want to be complimented. I think it's not bad to be complimented.
I'm Grace Mazinga and I'm 14.
Grace, are you on any social network?
Yeah.
How does it feel when one person likes or one person comments on your picture or your status?
It feels okay. Sometimes actually feels good that there's actually someone out there liking what you do, but then otherwise it's quite normal.
Okay, thank you very much, Grace.
Thank you.
My name is Kama Kampeni and I'm 15 years old.
Kama, let's say you're at a friend's party and your friend promised that there'll be no booze, no pot, and maybe, I don't know, there'll be good music and whatnot. But when you go there, you find that everyone's drinking and smoking and your friend offers you some maybe alcohol. What would you do?
Well, first of all, I'd shout at the friend because obviously that's a promise broken, and I think friendship is all about trust, and you're not supposed to lie to your friends. It's not a pretty picture, yeah? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think I just leave. Just leave, basically. Run away.
Okay, thank you very much, Kama.
Thank you.
My name is Nkwemi Kumwenda and I'm 15 years old.
Nkwemi, do you think there's anything wrong with wanting to fit in?
Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to fit in. It just depends on the methods you're going to use to actually fit into that particular society you are. If you're going to lie, then it's going to be a lot of pressure on you because you're going to keep on lying. But if you're going to show the people who you truly are inside, it's going to be easy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nkwemi.
Thank you.
Those were teens from the Lilongwe Academy, and I'm guessing that by the questions and by the answers they were giving, you've guessed what we will be talking about today. We will be talking about fitting in, living for likes. Welcome to Energ-Aid. I am your host, Adela Chokoto. Today, like I just mentioned, we are going to be talking about fitting in, living for likes. Here to help me in the studio is Tadala Chizimba, and she'll help us understand what it means to live for likes. Welcome, Tadala.
Glad to be here.
Now, in a nutshell, can you just explain to our viewer what we mean by living for likes?
Okay, when one lives for likes, it's basically what we do or I don't know, it's like doing things, we're living social media practically. Each and everything we do, basically it's for social media and how we can impress people. You know, you want to impress people, it's basically that on social media. Rather.
So basically it's just about living because you want to seek approval for others. Basically you're just living so that other people will say, oh, look what she did, or look what he did, or look how she's dressed and whatnot.
Exactly.
And personally, what do you think? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
Personally, living, seeking for approval isn't a bad thing as such, but then I think it's at what level, like how far you go to impress your friends, or, you know, to feel good about yourself. There's certain things you don't have to do. It's all about loving yourself. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure as such. But personally, I don't think it's a bad thing. But it depends on what level. How far do you go to seek approval from your friends?
So basically, if it goes to the level of becoming obnoxious, or maybe self-conceited, or you just become, I don't know, stubborn, if I may call it, then that's when it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
And do you live for likes? It's an odd question, but I don't know. What do you think?
Of course, I try a few new things on my Instagram page or something to get the likes. We all want likes, but then I don't think I go to certain levels. There's some levels where some ground rules that I follow for myself. So basically, I think, but not so much. Yes.
What ground rules do you have?
Well, basically, I shouldn't expose myself explicitly. That's generally something I won't do. And I should be happy. Basically, I should be happy with how I post. If I'm satisfied, then I really don't need anyone else's opinion. Their opinions, they can keep them to themselves. But yes, if I'm satisfied, if I'm happy with what I've done or what I'm putting up, then I'm okay with it.
I don't believe you. Because okay, what does it feel like when, like, okay, for example, on Facebook or Instagram, if you posted like a picture and let's say you dressed up for it and you tried so hard to look good and you only get one like, how would you feel? How do you usually feel?
Where are my followers? Wait, that's the first question that comes up. But then, okay, fine. In that case, I'd feel really bad. Probably take it down. But but yeah, in such a case, yeah, I think those are the reasons why people do such things, like, you know, posting pictures of them, yes, dressed in a certain way, or doing such certain things that aren't really good. And I think that's what really causes, those are little things. Those little things are the reason why people live for likes now. You know, it's those small things that cause people to become to dress explicitly, or to just, you know, involve yourself in very more degrading things. You know.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But we're just talking about social media. But then you also have those who aren't on social media, or maybe on social media but they don't do those things. But then let's take it to the outside world, when we're not so caved into the social media. You find people dressing in a certain way, talking in a certain way, hanging out with a certain crowd, maybe just because they want to fit in. Is there anything wrong with wanting to fit in?
I think so far from what I've seen, read, and what I've experienced, fitting in isn't such a bad thing. But then I think you should assess yourself and go like, what am I doing to fit in? If I have to go out and, I don't know, dress really, really small thing, really tight, you know, small thing.
Yeah.
I think that shouldn't be something. I shouldn't be forced to dress in a certain way, to talk in a certain way to fit in. You know, you should be yourself. And if people are not happy with that, maybe that group of people aren't the people you're supposed to hang around. Maybe, you know, there's so many people out there. If you can't impress these few people, you know, why don't you talk to some girl you know you've never tried talking to? I mean, you don't have to do certain things that you're not comfortable with as a person in order to impress a group of people. That's not on. Yeah.
I'm going to take two sides. The first side is on the person who wants to fit in. In all honesty, it's not easy to just kind of pull yourself away from a crowd. everybody wants to fit in. I mean, you go to a new school and the first day is usually the hardest. You usually don't find a friend the first day, and eventually sometimes, because if your school is small, or maybe, I don't know, depending, especially I've noticed here, like our schools here, you have very few different kinds of people that you can hang out with, and you might find that none of those are people that you would actually hang out with. But obviously you want to fit in, because especially with your classmates and stuff, because you would probably have to do group work with them and stuff like that. What can a person do in that scenario, let's say?
So
what would you do?
What I do? So basically, okay, I've been in a situation where I think especially back at school, where it was either you're one group, for example, you're group A or you're group B.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between. So in such a case, it's really hard for a person. But I think if you just know where to, I think it's the same having your ground rules, where you go like, I can't do this, where you tell yourself, you give yourself rules and level, like, I can't go past this. And I think it's a matter of just giving yourself boundaries. Like, fine, if the group is doing this, maybe I should stay back, or something like that. But yeah, I think you should know yourself first. That's the most important thing. And then you set your rules and be like, I don't think I can do this, I can't do that. So, or I can do that, but then, it won't affect me as much. So I think you should know yourself first, and then, you can set your rules, like, not this, maybe that.
Maybe that, yeah. So basically, it's okay to hang out with, let's say, a crowd of people that you normally wouldn't hang out with, but then you kind of set limits. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Now let's take it to the other perspective. For those who maybe the pressures, the people who kind of pull people in, what would you say to them if, okay, let me give it a scenario to make it a bit easier. If for example, you're at a new school, and or maybe someone has come into your new school, and you know that person, and already you're friends with this group of people, and obviously you know that your friend isn't comfortable with maybe the things you do, the way you dress and stuff. What would you tell your friends, because maybe this person might be really close to you and you don't want to hurt them? What would you say to those who kind of pull people in to make others feel, I don't know, part of the crowd when clearly they're not comfortable?
I think it's probably most important thing is to tell your friends, like your group of friends, like for example, friend A isn't really comfortable with the way you dress or something, and maybe at times you look at the reaction, because the reaction depends on attention and everything, but I think it's a matter of telling them how she feels and everything, voicing out both sides and everything, and then maybe trying to find a point where maybe you guys can, I don't know, where you can share some, I don't know, a point of agreement or something.
Yeah.
I think try to look for that, and then maybe see what you can build up from there. Because I know it's hard, it's really hard to move for your group of friends from one person, and also that one person can be very important friend. So I think it's just to look for a place, in somewhere you can
in between.
You meet somewhere, yes, or in between of all of that.
Okay. So, personally, have you ever gone through, trying to fit in, the struggle of fitting in? You have the struggle.
Yes, I think I don't know. Generally, wherever you may go, or like you go to these get-togethers and like meeting up with other people, and there's always new people there, and you don't want to be that person in the corner. You want to be part of the crowd and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm like, I see myself a few weeks from now in that same scenario. But then, yeah, I've been there, and it's hard to fit in. It really is, because at times, you look back at, at times, you take that minute to look, it's just, you're like, what have I become, and everything. Yeah, but it's hard to fit in. Trying to fit in, it's really hard and everything.
Have you heard of Instagram Likes, the app?
The app? Where you buy likes? No.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I think you buy likes.
Yes.
I'm not really sure how it works, but apparently you download it, and then I'm not sure what it does, but like every day you get like 1,000 followers.
I'm tempted.
But then the only thing is, what Instagram does is they leave their logo or something, so they post their picture on your list of pictures, like.
Oh, right, so you're exposed.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're exposed. But you find that a lot of teens are actually using this app, and I think there's one on Facebook as well, where by the next day you have like 1,000 friends, and I think it's really sad that people are, you know, using these apps, not to say anything to like the people who made them, but then it's just facing the reality that we live in a world where seeking approval from others is what matters, where people, as long as, you know, Tadala likes the way I dress, you know, then I'm fine. So basically we kind of base, I can say we base our self-esteem on what other people think of us. What do you think? What would you say to that?
That is really, okay, that's a slap in the face from reality. But yeah, I think that it is sad. Like, I don't think what most people really need to realize is that the number of likes or the number of followers you get doesn't really define you as a person, because we're all different in our certain ways. So at times some people don't get that. So fine, approval is nice and all, but then we should really seek approval from people that really matter to us, like our some friends, like the good friends, our parents, our teachers and the like. Those are the people that matter, like the ones who build us up. And because strangers from the US, from SA, won't really help me. You know, they won't get me anywhere. But then, you know, approval matters from certain people. Some person in the UK or in the USA won't really, you know, I don't know. It doesn't really matter what the person thinks of me. So we should really people should learn to draw a line where, you know, the number of likes, number of followers, or when you're on Twitter and everything, the retweets and comments, those things don't matter. They don't build you as a person, because majority of people who, you know, it's usually at the end of the day, those are the things that bring us down. So I think people should learn, that these things don't matter at all. You know, focus on the things that actually build you as a person. Yeah.
And what would you say to, you know, the girl or the boy sitting there thinking, oh my, you know, I probably use this app, or maybe I've just I've sent a request to like a bunch of people that I don't know, and obviously this person might be going through, you know, self-esteem problems. They may not be as happy. What would you say to help them maybe build their self-esteem, and to help them understand that they don't need to live for likes?
Firstly, is to love yourself.
How do you do that?
I think do things for you. Put yourself first. I mean, do things that will build you up as a person. You know, I don't know whether it's in academics or build yourself up. That's basically it. And then like take care of yourself and everything. And I think in the whole seeking approval from the people that matter, your friends, you know, the people you've been with, like you're not, you know, everything. Seek approval from the people that really matter and everything. And at times it's nice just to shut the negativity out. So it's either maybe, you know, there's some friends, like my mom always said, to avoid people that bring you down. So I think it's best to avoid such, you know, those type of people, or whether it's the sites or the like. Try to avoid it. I'm not. Yes. I'm not trying to say that, you know, shut down your Instagram account or anything there, but then, or try something different, or try being you. Put yourself out there. You never know who. You know, you'll be surprised how many people will be interested in
to the real you.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to hide yourself behind this thing. You know, it's like, and basically, it's people behind their screens. You know. It's like life on screens. It doesn't really matter. It's a screen. It's your phone. It's just life on a phone. At the end of the day, the bigger picture is the real world. Like, put the phone down and look around and appreciate that. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Tadala. You've been an awesome guest.
Thank you.
Now it's time for our inspirational quotes. Our first quote comes from Galatians 1 verse 10, and it reads, "For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. And just like Tadala said, that the only approval that we should really be seeking, or maybe the only approval that really matters, is from the people, who are very close to us, our friends, maybe our closest friends, our family, because they are the ones who tell us the truth. They're the ones who are always there for us, and they're the ones who build us up as people, as Tadala mentioned. And I also believe that the topmost person that we should be seeking approval from is God, because sometimes family and friends may let us down, but God never lets us down. So if we live to get likes from God, then that's fine. So that was Galatians 1 verse 10. The second verse comes from Colossians 3 verse 23, and it says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not men. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's in school, whether it's in the way you dress, whether it's in your posts on Instagram or your posts on Facebook or any other social media that you may be using, make sure that whatever it is that you're posting will please God. Seek God's approval first. I hope that this program has blessed you, and I hope that you have understood, and I hope that you'll take these lessons with you, and that you will help, you'll find a way to build your self-esteem. If you would like to talk to someone, you can call the number on this screen below, or you can like our page on Facebook at Energ-Aid. Now let's listen to a song sung by Agatha White entitled, I Could Sing of Your Love Forever.
Mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hand, for I will always sing of when your love came down. I can sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. Over the mountains and the sea, your river runs with love for me, and I will open up my heart and let the healer set me free. I'm happy to be in the truth, and I will daily lift my hand, for I will always sing of when your love came down. I could sing of your love forever. 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 Oh, I feel like dancing, and it's foolishness, I know. But when the world has seen the light, they will dance with joy like we're dancing now. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever.
So if you would like help, or maybe you have more questions on this topic, you can call the number that shows on the screen below, or you can like our page on Facebook, and it's Energ-Aid, and you can leave us a message there and we will get back to you. Thank you for watching this program. You're with me, your host Adela Chokoto, and my friend Tadala Chizimba. Remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.